I hope you're having an amazing day. My name is Colin, and in this video we're going to have a look at the Casta app. One project that has been requested many times for review. We're going to review the project, the team, the potential, and of course bring you a full price prediction in this video. So heavily influencer backed, let's have a look at what Casta can actually offer us. Send crypto instantly and for free. That is interesting. Also, nothing in this video is financial advice, it is for entertainment purposes only. You can join the waiting list. Send crypto to friends, send and receive crypto instantly with Casta. Every transfer is convenient. Send crypto by inserting your friend's phone number or scan their QR code. That's a good idea, makes sense. It's very interesting that it's free. Convenient and secure, our comprehensive system allows a customer with zero crypto knowledge to store, transfer, and receive crypto seamlessly, freely, and instantaneously in the most secure way possible. I would say the zero crypto knowledge is very important if you're looking at mass adoption outside of the crypto space. Even at zero cost, I'm very interested to see what the business model actually behind the token is, because nothing is truly zero cost, so they must make some revenue somewhere else. How it works: sign up and open an account, deposit or buy crypto to your Casta wallet, send crypto for free and instantly. Okay, so they will also be buying and selling crypto, so probably they'll make an extension on the platform where they can apply some monetization strategies to make money. So this is basically how they pull in users, right, on the actual sending of cryptocurrency for free, and they will make some money probably with a DEX or something like this. Casta token. The Casta token will play an important role in the Casta growth and making our mission to steer the world towards worldwide cryptocurrency adoption a reality. Future plans: the Casta debit card will launch our very own debit card, which will allow customers to spend. All right, I'm very excited about this because as well on crypto.com, we've seen these cards play a huge role in the opportunity for mass adoption. So I think that is really cool. Buy now, pay later. We'll be offering a payment-focused solution where you could buy an item from an online store and choose when and how to pay for it later. So this is basically afterpay, the specific ID, but then utilize on crypto. It's not something I'm a huge fan of as an individual. However, from a marketing business point of view, it works really, really well. That has been proven with payment systems like Afterpay, Klarna, anything like that. Earn passive income with yield. Don't let your crypto stagnate in your wallet. Make it grow instead. Our system will find you the best return for the lowest risk. All right, so there will be some yield farming on the platform as well. And there we go, the easy swap engine. So that will be the DEX, right? Thanks to Casta easy swap engine, people will be able to choose what currency. So basically, I assume they take a percentage here, they take a percentage here, they take a percentage here, and they take a percentage here. So this is basically how they tend to make money in the beginning with the buying and selling of crypto. Maybe there's a deposit fee, something like this, but obviously we need to look at the monetization behind it. The founders, we got Carl Rugent. I'm not too familiar in the crypto influencer space. I know this guy, his name is The Moon, nickname, and I'm pretty sure all of these guys are quite smart and quite involved. They have huge audiences. I just don't know who they are specifically because I'm not that into watching other YouTube content except Alex Becker because I think he's funny as fuck. But yeah, apparently these guys have huge followings, and I've seen some familiar faces on other projects I've reviewed on this channel, and that's something that instills confidence, right? I'm a marketing guy, and in the industry, current industry, it's not necessarily how valuable is a project, it is how valuable does the audience think a project is, specifically as, well, 5 out of the 6 features that they want to launch, right, maybe even more when we look at the roadmap later, are not available yet. It's truly the belief of what we think would happen. So they have a token list, they have the company overview and the roadmap, but they all have a marketing pitch deck, which I want to look at first. They don't have a specific white paper, but I already reviewed this pitch deck and it covers basically everything. So let's have a look. Carl de Moon, oh well, there we go, co-founder. We're in a transition period going from a fiat-based economy to a crypto-based economy. Casta will play a big role in this transition by becoming the new Venmo. I think that's truly, and I don't like this guy. Let me just say that, right? I'm not a fan of this guy. I don't like his the way he produces content. It's very different from my content. My content is a little bit more boring, so to say. But I do think he has a very good argument here. I think there's a high demand for such a platform. Problems with the payments, high transaction fees, agreed. A long processing time, agreed. It depends on where you are in the world. This is more of a USA problem, I think, but in general, yes. Static currency exchange, all right, yeah, not easily adapted. I agree to all of these points. Making P2P payments easy and free. Okay, so they use a hybrid decentralized approach. Yeah, okay, so good that they call it hybrid. Secure, easy swap, buy now. Okay, so we already went over all of these, which makes sense, right? Which makes sense. So basically they're becoming the bridge between the crypto world and the more centralized world by putting this app in the middle. The product sent, okay, then the easy swap, and then you have the debit card, which I think is one of the biggest long-term adaptations, right? As soon as this becomes like real, then yeah, that has like tremendous opportunity. But it all begins with the sending and receiving of money. So the market validation, Venmo, all right. Yeah, I believe all this. I think that's cool. I'm not too, because we know that these types of apps, they do really well, right? Leveraging the blockchain technology, right? Safe wallet. By plugging in BitGo as our qualified custodian wallet provider, we leverage their certified security infrastructure that builds on cold storage wallets, supporting by multi-sig security protocols. That's a lot of fancy words, which I don't know what mean, but it does sound 100 million insurance policy. Well, that's basically all we need at this point. So they also require, let me read this. Our fiat on-ramp aggregator service that sits on top of all fiat on-off ramps in the crypto space allows us to quickly find the best offers in terms of fees and KYC for our customers. The question is there KYC required for this platform? If yes, most likely the US would be excluded in addition to all of the other normal countries. But that's like an interesting question. All right, multi-choice, check, okay. So these are more like technology, I think, regarding the actual platform, how it directly relates to the blockchain. All right, so the economic model of the token, I think, is one of the most important things, because I'm making this video as a projection on the Kasta token, the price prediction on how it will perform, but we also need to know and understand how it will actually work. Casta will play an important role in Casta's growth. Casta will be used as a method of payment, and by investing in Casta, you will get reduced exchange fees. All right, so the exchange fees is their business model. Improved yield rates and even more benefits like cashback and limited design debit cards. So the exchange fees, buy, sell crypto, crypto exchange, debit card, easy swap, goes interest from the buy now, pay later, to the fields from the yield, and then it cycles. Yeah, it's just like a self-sustaining economy model. Casta token utilities. So for staking, it gives the yield multiplier, customize your debit card, stake with friends and get rewards together. Oh, that's cool. I like that. I definitely like that. Better cashback deals, get votes for brands Casta will offer cashback for, better rewards from referrals. I think yield is the biggest one, and then stake with friends and cashbacks would be nice. Customization, like these are not that important. So 1, 2, 3 are the most important here. Fee reduction, the more Casta you own, the lower the exchange rate. I think that will be a very important utility. Reduced interest for buy now, pay later. If you're an investor and also a user at the same time, then this might be interesting indeed. Form of payment, use Casta to pay fees. Okay. So it is an ERC20 on the Polygon chain, the token, Casta, 1.5 billion supply, hard cap of 6.5 million, seed round of 2 million, private of 3 million. Man, this is very detailed. I really appreciate them doing a good job here. TGE on 1.5 million, which basically means that the initial market cap will start at 1.5 million, which is higher than the projects I normally review, but it's also a bigger project, so I wouldn't be too worried about it. Then we're looking at an initial circulating supply of 37.5 million tokens. Here, initial market cap 1.5 million. Total fully diluted market cap 60 million. So from these numbers and the hype, I can already tell there will be a huge pump on the initial launch of this project, which I will tell you more about later. All right, the vesting schedules. So the seed round, which is vests daily over 22 months, beginning day 61 after listing, approximately 5% per month. So these guys got in on 0.015. So basically on the listing, they already make 150% return on the seed. The fully diluted value is 22 million, 60 million here, 33 million here. Market cap, round price, all right. And then vests daily over 17 months. So these are very long-term focused, which I can appreciate. This one starts after 2 months, this one starts after 1 month, and the vesting percentages are quite low. So we're looking at a long-term connection from the seeds and the privates, which is great. Then there is 100% TG on listing. I'm curious to see why they did that. Maybe just to kick off the initial circulating supply, as they know it will take a moonshot anyway. That's what I think. Because normally a project would not drag out the vesting here this long for the seed and the private, and then basically simulate the pump and dump on the actual launch. I think they know what they're doing. I think with a 4 cents, this will easily go. I will make a full price prediction later, right? But I think this will easily go with initial market cap to like 100 million, right? Most likely. So this will shoot in that case to maybe like $3-4, something like that, times 100, maybe between 60 cents and $1. No, sorry, what did I say? $2.60 and $4. Yeah, that's better. And then because there's 100% circulation, there actually will be effective buying and selling continuously. So I think this is really smart, which makes it also interesting. How can you participate in the actual listing IDO, right? The token generation events. Then the advisors take daily over 60 months after 3 months. The team takes 50 months after half a year. Okay, that's good. So the cliffs are huge, right? The vesting is very long, which I think is amazing for the longevity of the project. So even if you're not looking for a quick return, which I usually am, so I would only be interested in this. If you're interested in holding this long term, this is one of the best vestings I've seen in terms of longevity of the project, just based on the numbers being provided. So that looks really good. Exchange and market making, 100% obviously, because they need to provide the liquidity. The rewards, variable, all right. General reserve, vested daily after 30 days for 60 months, which is 5 years. That makes sense. Token distribution. So the seeds was 8.9, private 9.1, total coming down to about 18. Then 20.5% total in fundraising with 2.5% in TGE. Advisors quite high, but we've seen that from the influencer style before. These advisors, they have huge audiences which they're going to leverage, and they need proper compensation. So that's normal, I would say. Not normal for any project, but for this project, yes. Team is taking a little bit of a smaller cut, usually around 15%, here 12%. Ecosystem and referrals 5%, development 15%, marketing 12%, operations 10%. Exchange and market making 8%, rewards 10%, general reserve 2.5%. All right, makes sense. Use of sales proceeds, marketing, huge part, development, obviously a huge part, legal and exchange listing are equal. Product, I don't know what product means in this case, and operations 11.33%, but this looks normal. This is the 6.5 million that was raised, basically off the initial, rounds. This is the token emission, which basically the released vesting, including all of the other components. There's some burn included, seeds, rewards, everything we looked at before, but this looks quite normal. The burning is basically the one pulling the chart down, if that's not clear. So these numbers between brackets means minus in financial terms. Okay, the competitors, they got Wise, PayPal, Venmo, Change, Kasta. Transaction time 20 hours, 2 to 10 days, only US domestic, 3 to 5 business days, international transaction fees, right? Yeah, I would say it depends on how you transfer it with PayPal, because for me it never takes 10 days, but usually it's almost instant, I believe. But it depends if you want to do a wire transfer or one-on-one within PayPal. But whatever. If the recipient doesn't convert the currency, it is 0. Okay, otherwise you need to pay probably a foreign exchange fee. Ah, well, this I like. Okay, so now they're actually comparing it to crypto companies. Coinbase, P2B focused, no, yes. Request payment, no, yes. So they got Strike and Cello basically. Crypto, okay, that's good. Yield, yes. Okay, so basically they take, in their example, the benefit on this one, easy swap, and the buy now, pay later features. Right, this is a simplified version of the roadmap. So inception of the ID happened early last year, so exactly 1 year ago. Then the sign up and login flow, buy and deposit Bitcoin, sending and receiving money, development, recruitment, incorporation, MVP, okay, creation of the Kasta token, refer a friend, portfolio, easy swap engine, launch beta. So this is what's happening right now. Acquire Estonian virtual currency license, deposit, withdraw Bitcoin, Ethereum, USDT, Casta, buying, exchange crypto to fiat, offer our customers Casta debit card and launch. So they have a lot of things planned, which I love. Okay, in the second quarter, which is about 3 months from now, affiliate program, affiliate dashboard, implement your own payment gateway to reduce exchange fees, their own. Best rates and liquidity for exchanges, yield, bank transfers to and from Casta, IBAN number to our users. That's a very smart one from the European regions. Request payments, payouts, smart payment links. Yeah, so this is basically when it all happens in the third quarter, right? This is more like infrastructure stuff, which I think is extremely beneficial. Obviously, it's the foundation, but this is basically where everything happens and where one would say the platform is truly operational. You can send payments to non-users, right? Which I think is at that point the mass adoption can start. Recurring deposits and payments, gamification, buy now, pay later. So that's also a huge one. And yeah, they need more licensing for that. But yeah, lots of things to accomplish this year. Ambitious, but I like it. Quite detailed as well. So that looks nice. All right, so here they actually have an explainer on the team, which I do appreciate because I don't really know who these people are. All right, so this guy, 10 years in startups, 6 years in digital marketing, 3 years in crypto, co-founder of Bitcoin Census. Carl has 10 years of startup experience, where at last been a co-founder of Bitcoin Census. His area of expertise lies within digital marketing. All right, European biggest online casino and later the biggest bank in the Nordics. He worked with, he didn't, yeah, okay. Sebastian Appelberg. 2 years in crypto, 6 years in startups, 7 years in software development. Technical, okay, not super, yeah, he's like the tech lead. Then you got Carl Runefeld, 1 million followers across YouTube, Twitter and Instagram, featured in Forbes, okay. Founder and CEO of The Moon, co-founder of Bitcoin Census. I'm curious to see what that Bitcoin Census actually is. Can we, no, we can't click their LinkedIn on this one. Serial entrepreneur, blah, blah, blah. Okay, cool. Then we got Hans, 10 years of startup, 2 years of crypto. Okay, co-founder, multiple health tech, robotics, so that's cool. Biggest e-gaming companies in Sweden, cool. Then we got a full stack developer, a front-end developer, another full stack, social media guy, operations, and analytics. Analytics, what for exactly? Okay, no, just optimization rate, global, okay. The advisors are Kyle Chas, as an industry veteran. So I assume he's a YouTuber as well. I'm not really sure. Tokenomics, Robert McKinley, Bloomberg Research. All right, interesting. Dane, venture builder, 6-time crypto industry founder, investor. Okay, big boy. And then we got Jordan from That Martini Guy Crypto YouTube channel. Crypto trader, venture capitalist, crypto growth hacker. All right, interesting. More partners, holy shit. Okay. So these were the advisors, so the team, the advisors, and now the partners. Ivan on tech, blockchain developer and co-founder of Morales. Ivan has deep knowledge, blockchain protocols, YouTube, Twitter channels. Okay, fair enough. Sokio, I don't know how to pronounce it. That builds, secures funds, DeFi, NFT companies. Okay, and then Morales, that's basically his company, and then the Polygon, powered on Polygon. Right, it's the blockchain that they're going to use. So that's basically everything. Quite impressive, to be fair. If you look at the actual feature roadmap, they basically checked off everything they're going to do. So that's quite cool. And here you have basically the details as well as presented on the actual marketing deck. So that looks good. The company, if you want to check out all the people, it's under our team. Unfortunately, the LinkedIns are not available here, which would have been nice because they are on the marketing deck, but they're not clickable. And here they are not available. So I would like to see at least the founding team, because now I know that some of them are YouTubers, but for me, the YouTube social part between the advisors as well is quite important, because I feel like nowadays in crypto, we are a little bit more focused on the hype and what people value the project. It doesn't really matter, right? The value is more so based on supply and demand in real time. We've seen fully diluted market supplies, fully diluted market caps of like 2-3 billion on listing days, which I think is extremely unreasonable for a company to go live with their token and be worth $3 billion. But that's crypto current space, and the opportunities are literally limitless. So I hope Casta will do really well. We have reviewed tokenomics. I will keep that open because I need it for my calculations. But we're actually going to do what I haven't done in a while, is basically go to Excel and get the spreadsheet out and make a projection on Casta. So here we go. I'm going to call it Casta. And we're going to make a estimate on what this this coin might do. So the TGE price is 4 cents, right? Price. Then we have the multiplier, and then we have the market cap. So multiplier 1, market cap 1.5 million. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's how we go. And of course, I need to put this in our favorite format, the accounting format, right? So basically what I want to do is I want to basically, well, let's make it go quick. Let's just go times 2 every single time. So I'll take the multiplier times 2 as well. And then the market cap times 2 as well. Well, wait, like so. Just in the right format. Then if we go like this, yeah, I think it will multiply quite quickly. We don't need to let it go that far. But, well, maybe we'll just, maybe we should take a little bit more slow, because how far do we think it can push? I think we should like look at the market cap and see if it would reach, because fully diluted at that point, they also mentioned that I think before, that the fully diluted market cap on launch was, I went to the marketing deck, let me just check that one more time. It was on the tokenomics somewhere. Total fully diluted market cap 60 million, right? Fully diluted market cap 60. So let's make a normal multiplier then. In this case is the base plus 1, right? So 2 is the original price times 2 is the original market cap times 2 is the fully diluted market cap times 2, right? So what you want to do if you make these Excels, basically we want the 4 cents to stay fixed and the other one can move. We want, in this case, the base market cap to stay fixed, and we want the base fully diluted market cap to stay fixed. So when we drag this, right, we go +1. We can also drag all of these. There we go. Give it some space, let it breathe, right? So now, is it going +1? No. Oh yeah, okay, so it doesn't have to go +1 because we're following the multiplier. So we're going to push this all the way to 100. There we go. So $4, it would hit 150 million market cap with a $6 billion fully diluted market cap, which obviously, I'm going to be real with you guys, something you might not want to hear at this point, but yes, it could hit $4 at 100x on $150 million market cap. I think it's possible, right? We've seen this before with launches. What that would mean, 6 million fully diluted is not maintainable, just being realistic, because that's not the actual value. So any real investor, I like to paraphrase what Alex Becker said in his video today, last week, which I remember, is that the crypto space currently is not solely about what the actual value is. It is the value of what people think it's worth, right? It's just opinion based. These projects have no products yet. However, we do have to take that into consideration, because I think it's pure hype. Right, which is fine, because obviously I'm going to make money off this as well. So I'm not going to say like that's a bad thing or anything. It's all good. Basically, 25x would bring it to $1, right? With 37 million, I would say that's inevitable, right? So this is definitely your green area. If you can get in under $1, then you're golden, right? Because this will definitely happen. 25x, not a problem. We're talking about 37 million at this point. I'm actually going to make a bolder claim and say that 100 million, right, is not a problem, right? With the team behind it, the way that it's 100% TGE, so there will be enough. There will not be enough. There will be no buying pressure. Basically, it will just shoot up. I just need to look at what the listing stats actually look like, right? Where it's going to get listed and stuff. But this is, in my opinion, 100 million, 67x at that point should be easily achieved. So when we actually go to Medium, and I'll also open Twitter because they post a lot of updates. So the audit has been passed, cross-border payments, effortless transition. There's no announcements on the actual No, there's no official announcement on the actual listing, but I'm sure they do have that here. Let's have a look. 2 days left to the Casta launch. 5th of January is launching. Casta in 2 years. They fully roadmap. Okay, so claim 9,500 Casta and get bonus on Bybit. So how does it work? How to join the Bybit launchpad. Okay, join January 4th, so that's still possible. Daily average amount of bid in your spot will be recorded throughout hourly snapshot over 5 days. Then you can subscribe, commit now. Then you get a distribution of Casta allocated to you. And then Casta USDT goes live for trading on the 5th of January on actual Bybit. So I can open this for you guys and see where it takes you. So you need to create an account, which I assume has an affiliate link, which it does, from the moon, right? It says US language English. Then you sign up for the account. You need to do something with the tokens, apparently. So we're already quite late because it's already the 3rd of January. So there's still time. Not something I would be interested in, because you basically need to do something on the platform like stake it to hold distribution, but you would get some free distribution, so it might be interesting to do that. Depends on how familiar you are with the Bybit platform. Is that the only place it will launch? Let me check for you. because they do post a lot of information, right? So more Bybit, and I think the CEO of Bybit is also one of his friends, right? So it's basically a little club they have together, as well as I covered this in previous videos. So here's an interview between Casta and Bitcoin Census, which obviously this guy is also the co-founder from. So it's basically a little cult that they have created of platforms supporting one another, which is completely fine. Yeah, primary exchange listing on Bybit. Here is the information. So in order to do that, you basically need to sign up for Bybit, and then do those steps required. So for Castians that cannot access the Bybit or Ignition launchpads, Casta will become available on various DEXs. So there's also something on other launchpads. I'm curious to see what it is. No, it's just only talking about Bybit. So I assume that Bybit is the one platform for you. If you want to explore more, go to their Twitter, read all of their messages, and hopefully you'll find something. But it appears that definitely the Bybit exchange will be your best opportunity. If we actually look at Bybit, I haven't even heard of it that much. It's on number 9, so that's really good. It has quite a low volume, 365 million, but it's number 9 ranked by CoinMarketCap, so that's at least a good indication, and they will use that to do their launch. All right, that's enough coverage there. So it will not only be on Bybit, maybe on the initial launch, the listing on 5th of January, it will solely be on Bybit, and then probably within the hours thereafter, it will list on several DEXs and the market opens. When you look at their Twitter, right, I closed it, it has 146k followers because a lot of influencers are involved. You see this guy is the early crypto guy. These guys are also, well, general hype mans. I covered Magicraft, their game, before on this YouTube channel, and there was also a lot of hype. The token shot up. We made like 9,000% ROI on that trade, and I do think that for Casta this can happen as well. I don't truly, the project itself doesn't really interest me that much for mass adoption. I'm more into the gaming micro cap tokens. If you're not familiar with my channel, you should subscribe. Would be a smart idea. However, I do think that this could pump really, really big. And then obviously it really depends on the listing where the price would go. But normally I'm quite conservative, but now I've seen their past projects, and I always make my analysis based on past data, right? So I look at historic events, although they're not always a good indicator for future outcomes. I do look at that. So basically this is basically, I would say, entry, right? We just jump in here. If we would get that option, probably not. Probably on the first candle it will basically pump and you'll miss the entire 25x on the initial launch. Probably the people who get free distribution might take some profits there, but I don't know how that would actually be the case. These guys also did free launch, right? That's also one of their projects. So entry, I mean, like, this would still be entry, right? But I think it will also go quite quickly to, let's say, the moving area, in my opinion, right, should be between 50 and 100 million market cap, right? And that's just my opinion based on the fact of what such a project should be worth. Now, as I said before, I know there's huge hype behind this. I know a lot of influencers will push this once it goes live. So we're looking at 100 million to 120 million, which is basically, in my opinion, 20% overvalue, right? Easy. That's why I'm saying, like, I'm not done. I sketched it to 150 million for a reason, right? Where I truly want to believe that it can go here, right? So 360 to $4, I would say, man, fuck this shit. This is literally too crazy. They did like an amazing job. But we're looking at 6 billion fully diluted. Like, what the fuck are we even talking about? But crypto's crypto, right? I need to keep that into consideration for my actual price predictions, because I do want to make the best prediction possible, but it's already kind of vague because of the huge entry run, right? And Bybit is still in the top 9 exchanges, so the volume is there, right? I mean, we're talking 316 million a day. Is not like that much like Binance. No, it's not, but it's still a lot of volume, right? Compared to a platform which has like way less. Radium DEX, something like this, you know, which is also big within their own space. So then we're saying like 26, 33. If you are going to have this token from distribution, I would just hold it at least for the first hour, because I think this will pump. Even if it would dump after the initial listing, it will pump more. But I'm going to put my price prediction, to be fair, in the 20% overvalue range. So I will say, for the first hour after listing, right, depending on the DEXs, do take that into consideration. I can even say for the first 24 hours. Let me try to get it right this time. A prediction, after all, is just a prediction. $2.72 to $3.20. That's where I will put my money. That's where I will put my focus. This is where I think the 20% overvalue entry would be, right? So I think it will be somewhere here. Would I buy this on launch? No, probably not, because it would be extremely hyped. So you will see massive fluctuations. If you can get in early, like here, yes. Even for me, I would get in, but I don't have a Bybit account. So I would have to wait on the DEXs, generally because I don't like to do KYC everywhere, for obvious reasons. Then this launch can have a huge pump. So I'm even considering just signing up for Bybit, doing that little staking thing that they want, to make a calculation on how many of these Casta tokens I can get. Because even if I would get, like, so they said, let me just read it real quick, yeah? Let me just read it real quick. So claim 9,500 Casta and get 4,000 sign-up bonus. Well, there must be some requirements to this. So it says daily average amount of BIT in your spot, BiFi, and derivatives account will be recorded. So you need to hold that BIT token, right? Which is probably the Bybit native token. Bits, BIT reward. I don't know which one that is. BIT money, is that it? No. Bybit native token. The BIT time rush. Is that it? Okay, so it's this one. Bybit launch pool. Okay, but what is the contract code, my friends? Well, basically it's the orange one in it. So it's basically the BIT, and then it's this one, I think, bits. No. First Bitcoin? No. So then it's BIT rewards. No. Okay. Bybit BIT token. So you need to, here we go. So one Casta is 4 USD, cap per user, token allocation, this is the maximum. Right, daily average bid balance, but how do we get the bid? I want to get all the information for you guys. Okay, so you can get a maximum, so total 25 million, no lockup, 9,500. So this could be like an easy 25-30k. It depends on how many bid you need to get. So if I go to markets and just check how I can get the bid. Okay, BIT USD. So last price was $2. So obviously it has gone up tremendously. Yep, that's what I thought. Which basically 2 days ago, basically almost doubled in value. Which you have to take into consideration that this, most likely the BIT will dump highly after the 5th, right? So you would have to take that into consideration, that when you might take like a 40-cent loss per token here, the Casta token would have to recover that. And they've already taken 3 snapshots at this point. We're a little bit late. Unfortunately, I was not able to cover it earlier. But the daily average amount of bit in your must be equal or greater than 50 and will be rounded up to the nearest. Your bit balance snapshot of the current day will be updated. Sub accounts are not eligible. You must complete KYC level 1. Or business. So for KYC, all the US are excluded. So in that case, I might as well do it because that would be interesting for me. Dishonest practices. All right. I will definitely look into this after the video. If I would buy any bit, right, because there's only 2 days left, I'll probably buy like 20-30 grand worth. Why? Because then at least I get a decent amount of Casta and I don't run the risk of it dumping too hard, if that makes sense, right? But I will have to investigate, look into how it actually works. But this looks promising, right? All I'm looking at is, let's make it more, let me help you guys a little bit, yeah? So the lowest entry point, let me put this on 1 hour, right? So the token has done quite well. Specifically, this was basically the near Bitcoin crash. It's quite stable between like 1 and 2 anyway, but let's say it is here, yeah, 170, so now it's like 210 and it's like increasing. So it's like 176, 210, right? Which is basically a difference of about 34 cents per token, right? So now I would buy, let's say $20,000 worth, just to get some real allocation, which is 9,000 tokens, which I could run the risk of losing 3,000, yes? So, so this is old price, new price. This is difference. So this is total tokens, and this is potential add to risk capital, right? Because what if it drops back after the initial pump and then the dump happens after, because that usually goes to launchpad. So this is the risk that we carry, which is not significant. So basically we get Kasta, right? And there's always bigger players involved. So there's 9.5K max allocation. Let's say we get 4K allocation, right? That 4K allocation we can get for, I think, 0.04. I don't know if it's like airdropped or you need to buy it, but let's say we buy it for 160 bucks, right? So if this project does what I say it does, and it goes basically times 80 maximum, right? Then we make 12K minus the potential risk involved, then you still make 9.5K, which means it's a fucking no-brainer, which means we should do it if my price prediction is correct. And we would go to the fucking moon together with Kasta. So it's something that I will definitely explore. That's basically my full price prediction. It's a little bit fake for this one. Good project, interesting team behind it, which is, I think, the most important one. The biggest hype that I've seen in a while. They did Magic Craft, there was a big hype, and obviously I built some hype as well there. There was free launch, which they did, which we did really well. So I'm pretty sure that this is going to do really well as well. Am I a huge fan of the actual platform and what it can do? Not really. I think it's kind of boring. I do think it helps the mass adoption of crypto, but I like gaming projects, right? I have a passion for that. Not so much for sending money, because I don't really care how other people do that. I have my own ways. Anyway, that is the Kasta full price prediction. Do you agree with me or do you disagree with me? I would love to have a civil discussion about it in the comments down below. So make sure to share your opinion. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.